Yes, guys, welcome to the Cardiff City versus Blackburn preview. Simon's caught up with lots of other things this week. I know Si normally does the pre-match previews, but you're stuck with my ugly mug today. It's the first time I've done a pre-match preview as well, so you'll have to kind of bear with me. It is pre-recorded before anybody starts typing away and asking questions. But yeah, if you've got any questions and you want us to pick them up afterwards, please put them in the link below the video, and we'll try our best. Member of the team will try and get back to you. So yeah, Cardiff City versus Blackburn, Saturday, the 9th of November, 12:30 kickoff. John Eustace brings his Blackburn Rovers squad to the Cardiff City Stadium. Looking back at their last six results, they're in a poor run of form at the moment, but they are 10th in the championship, which for me at the moment doesn't really mean a great deal. I think you can see where we've been over the last couple of weeks, and a couple of results can, fire you right back up the table. But, like I said, out of their last six results, they've had one win, one draw, and 4 defeats. They've managed to score 2 goals and conceded 7. And they've had one. Did I mention they had a draw? They've had a draw. So yeah, they're low on confidence, but they're obviously going to be coming to Cardiff City Stadium on the weekend, trying to put in a performance and to try and get something out of the game. I just think we just need to keep doing what we're doing at home. I know we had a disappointing loss at Luton midweek. Very scrappy game. I think we had a lot of tired legs out on the field. So it'll be interesting to see if the manager changes much. I don't think he will personally, but it'll be interesting to see when the bench is used. Because again, I know we have the international break coming up, but I think a lot of them come 60 minutes on Saturday, I think a lot of them will be getting tired again. So I think it's important we use our bench well and have the right people on the bench. So it'll be interesting to see his selection. So going back to the results Blackburn have had over the last 6 games, they lost in the week to Sheffield United at home, 2-0. They lost last week to Stoke, 2-0. And then previously they lost away at Watford, drew with West Brom at home, beat the Jacks at home, and lost against Plymouth away. So like I said, their last 6 games, they've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 4. I know Si normally goes into quite a bit of detail regarding a player to watch for Blackburn Rovers. My player to watch is attacking midfielder Todd Cantwell. I think he's a really good player, good attacking midfielder. He's a very vocal player. He's not afraid to use his voice when he's out on the pitch, but obviously, he's a great attacking midfielder, and a lot of the positive play, will come through him. He's able to play on the left-hand side, and I think that's where they've been using him at the moment. Similar to what Rhys has done with Ruben, really. I think they've allowed him to have that free role majority of the time he's playing on the left, but they have given him that free role, so he is able to drift inside. And he's also slotted in at the number 10 position as well. So Todd Cantwell's got a lot of experience. I think he's played in the Championship with Norwich previously, had 3 promotions with Norwich as well. So he knows what it takes to be in and around the mix of, getting promoted to the Premier League. And, no doubt that's rubbing off on his teammates as well. But let's hopefully, we can keep him quiet on Saturday so he doesn't have that much impact on the game. But the experience he has got, he's been up to Rangers. I don't think it quite worked out for him at Rangers. But an experienced Championship player who knows what it takes to get promoted out of this division. So, we'll have them set them demands of his teammates and things, and it'll be interesting to see how quiet we can keep him on Saturday. Going to talk about Cardiff's last 6 games, then obviously we've been on a decent run apart from Wednesday. In the last 6 games, we've managed to pick up 3 wins, 2 draws, and the 1 defeat. Only conceded 3 goals in the last 6 games, which is testament to our defence, I think, and Super Jack Anik in goals. On that point as well, I do want to mention the work that not just Darren Pearce, but all of the team he's got working with him has done a fantastic job to keep that, get our defence back to playing how we know it can play. So it's been really positive for me. We've scored 10 goals in the last 6 games, which is considering, the start of the season where we just couldn't find the net for love nor money. It's been good to see, the style of football now that Riza is trying to implement. And going back to Wednesday night's game against Luton, like I said, I thought we had a very tired squad. However, we still created chances. It was, on another day, we could have had something out of the game. I thought both teams were poor on Wednesday, if I'm completely honest. But, football is football. I think he was quite open and honest in his pre-match interviews and things, and post-match interviews last week about winning together, losing together. So it's just creating that environment, I think, which he's created at the moment. It looks a really positive place to be, and players speak really highly of him. It'll be interesting to see now what happens over the international break. Will anything get communicated? Is he going to stay in the role until January? Are they going to give it to the end of the season? I think they'll end up giving it to him until the end of the season. But with Cardiff, nothing would ever surprise me, if I'm completely honest with you. So, until it's gospel and it's out there in black and white, I don't think, it's a done deal yet, is it? Couple of banners going across the bottom. I think the one we've got there at the moment is just to promote our post-match analysis when we talk, myself and Rhys David Evans, talk a little bit about the game. So hopefully we got some positive things to talk about tomorrow. The 1927 pod will start at 1927. So keep an eye out for your notifications. Set your YouTube notifications up so it does, give you a notification when we go live. And any support you can get, you can come on and interact with us. We will be live, like I said, so you can ask those questions. And we do try and get through as many questions as we possibly can. Can be difficult at times because there's so many people watching and putting comments in. So you are able to do a super chat option on YouTube where you guarantee then that your comment will be read out. Anything like that is done super chat or super stickers. We really appreciate that. If anybody can do it, we would be extremely grateful. And I know Sai, who's the top dog, would be extremely grateful as well. So happy days. Once I'm just going through the banners. Also, if you wanted to join the Cardiff City World Patreon, there's information there at the bottom. I'll try and find the information at the bottom. Sorry, I think I've got the wrong one. Here it is. So you can become a Cardiff City World member. You get exclusive content to rewards. For example, early access to the tickets for the live events that Sai puts on. We've had some belters over the last 18 months. Bellamy, Andy Campbell, Joe Ledley, Willie Boland, just to name a few. But they're brilliant evenings, and you do get 24-hour access before they go out on sale to the general public. And I know the last couple have sold out. I think the Bellamy one sold out within 24 hours. So, for the sake of a price of coffee a month, it is worth it, even if it's just for the access to the early tickets. But you can have a look through our socials. But the link is there. you can visit patreon.com/Ace Podcast Nation, or you can have a look on the YouTube channel as well. So going back into the preview for tomorrow, like I said, it's a 12:30 kickoff. Not doing either side really favours. Something I talking to about Rhys last night on the podcast we done. Early kickoff, and it's all down to money. And Blackburn fans are going to have to be on the road ridiculously early tomorrow to come down and support their team, and it's just unfair, I think. But what do you do? Money talks. But it'd be interesting to see how many fans they bring down. It was good to see the Cardiff faithful travel to Luton on Wednesday night. Fair play to everybody who travelled. One I can't do in the week, really, midweek with my boy, especially with my wife being an attending, a well-being and attendance officer, in a school. She doesn't like you missing school if you can help it. So, midweek ones are out for me. But nothing but respect for everybody who travelled up to Luton on Wednesday evening. So I thought I would, just to wrap us off, I thought I'd just talk about potentially our side for Saturday. I have listened to his press conference this morning. I'm not sure if he'd done that yesterday, which would have been Thursday. There are still, obviously, we've got a lengthy injury list, and I'll touch upon that later, and just give you a little bit of an update on that. But Robertson is back in the squad for the weekend. Whether that means he'll start, I'm not too sure. I would like to think if he is fit, he will start. But obviously, they might try and manage him and not risk him if they haven't got to. So they might put him on the bench and kind of not have to use him unless they feel that he can go on and make a difference. So I think Jack Anikel starting goals, that's a no-brainer. Back four stay the same for me. The only thing I think he potentially could change is bringing Bagan in, pushing O'Dowda further up the field, and perhaps have Ghazi to come off the bench. But I honestly think he'll probably keep it the same this week. So NG, Gutas, Chambers, O'Dowda, Tanner, Turnbull, Robinson, and El Ghazi, and Colwell and Robinson playing up towards the top. I think Ruben, a little bit quieter on Wednesday night, but I think that was down to the tactics Luton had in place. They seem to have somebody having him tied up all the time. So I think he'll be a key player to watch. And obviously, if Blackburn are going to try and do the same on Saturday, I think it's important that players are around him, supporting him. And, we try and attack. If Ruben's concentrating on attacking down the right-hand side with Tanner, let's be mindful of attacking down the left-hand side whether it's El Ghazi or O'Dowda. I think those pair have worked well together. Still not convinced on El Ghazi. I still don't think he's 100% fit. But at the end of the day, if he's got a shirt on and the badge on, we've got to support him. Prediction-wise, I would like to think 2-0 Cardiff, fingers crossed. I think, if we can get that 3 points tomorrow, even if it's a scruffy 1-0 goal and we score in the 94th minute, I'd be happy with that. To go into this international break, having the run we've had, I don't think we could have wished for any better, if I'm completely honest with you. So it's been a really positive, chapter since the last international break. And it'd put the icing on the cake for me if we could get another 3 points tomorrow. So thank you for watching. If you can, like, share, and comment on the video. Like I said, it's the first time I've done one of these ones, so you'll have to bear with me. But hopefully I haven't bored too many people, and you've managed to stick it out to the end. But if you haven't, you haven't. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it whatsoever. So thank you very much. Up the city.